Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, I have an amazingly useful project that I think you're going to love. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by. And welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. And a big welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for choosing to be here. So grab that chipboard because today is another chipboard project and it's going to be a very, very useful project. And here's what I mean. This is what we're going to be making today, and I think you'll be amazed at how it turns out. Y'all, it's tiny, but it packs a punch. So I'll give you a closer look in just a minute, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So here is today's awesome project. When finished, it is going to measure 3 1/8 by 5 1/4 by 1 3/8. It looks small, but like I said, it's going to pack a mighty big punch. So on the front, I have this nice little magnetic band. You really don't need it. I thought I would just add it for cuteness. Then we're able to open this like this. So you can't see it right now, but when I turn it this way, you can see that we have the most awesome sticky note station. We have our 2 3x3s, we have a 3x5, and then we have some little sticky note tags or flags, whatever you want to call them. But if ever you need a sticky note, or you want to give the gift of sticky notes, or you want to sell sticky notes, this is a great way to present them because it'll stand on the desk like this. As you need a note, you can just pull it off and write your note. And this is what we're going to be making today. It is that simple. And then when you want to put it away, just fold in, fold up, and then attach your little decorative band. So here is what we're going to need to make it. This is a chipboard project and I use a medium weight chipboard. If you don't have chipboard, you can try substituting double stacked cereal boxes, shoe boxes, or you can give cardboard a try if you like. But for the chipboard, we're going to need 2 pieces that measure 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. We're going to need 1 piece that measures 1 3/8 by 5 1/4. We're going to need 4 pieces that measure 3 1/8 by 5 1/4. And then we have some decorative paper. I am using a lightweight to a medium weight decorative paper. You can use wallpaper, you can use lightweight scrapbook paper, you can use wrapping paper. As always, the choice is up to you. If you can think it, give it a try. So I have a piece that measures 7 by 2. My inside liner pieces, I have 2 pieces. I have 1 piece that measures 5 by 5 and 1 piece that measures 12 by 5. Then I have my jacket, and I have 2 pieces of 6 by 12. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on putting the jacket together. I do want this vibrant print to be the outside, so I am going to take a strip of tape, and I'm using a 1 inch tape here. You can use 1/2 inch if you want. And all I've done is I've added a strip of tape to the edge because we're going to join these 2 pieces that measure 6 by 12. We're going to overlap them using that tape that we put down. So we just need to make a larger piece. So now I'm going to flip this over, bring in my big old spatula, make sure that I have a good stick on this, and I have grabbed 2 magnets because if you're going to place magnets down on your project, this is the point at which you do it. So we're going to take 2 of our pieces that measure 3 1/8 by 5, and I am just going to lift up and remove my tape from these 2 pieces, and I'm just going to sit it down like that. And I'm going to take 1 magnet, put it in the center like that. Then I'll remove the tape backer from the second piece. And I'm going to place these side by side because I really want to try to get fairly even placement on my magnets. Might not be perfect, but that's decent. You want to place your magnets on these two pieces. So then I'm going to take one of the pieces on which we put the magnet, and where we have this overlapping seam, we are going to take this piece and we're going to place it down so that that seam is running down the middle, like that. So it pretty much runs down the middle, coming this way. Then I'm going to take my piece that measures 1 3/8 by 5 1/4, and I am going to place that down like this, giving myself about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Then I'm going to take that second piece on which we placed a magnet, and we're going to place that down, giving ourselves about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Then I'm going to take another piece that measures 1 3/8 by 5 1/4, and one of the strips that measures 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. We'll peel away the tape backer. We'll take this piece, and again we're going to place it down, giving ourselves about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Then we'll remove the tape backer from this piece. And we'll place it down, giving ourselves about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. And I'm just going to rotate this because for some reason it's easier for me to work on the right side of a project. So I'm going to peel away this tape backer. We're going to take this piece, place it down, again using about 1/8 of an inch as our spacer. And then we're going to take that final piece that measures 3 1/8 by 5 1/4, and we're going to place it down. Then I'm going to take my finger blade, and we're going to go ahead and trim away some of that excess. Now I'm going to flip this over, and we're just going to give it a good old-fashioned burnishing. Now let's take our stylus, our bone folder, whatever you're using, and we're just going to go around all parts of the chipboard. And basically what I'm doing is I'm taking my stylus, pressing it against the chipboard, and then scoring into the paper. And this is very helpful if you have a paper that has a tendency to crack. This might not eliminate the cracking, but it might help to minimize it. So I'm paying particular attention to where the two pieces overlap. And then I'll also do the insides here, just giving everything a nice little score. So now I can take this, stand it up, and just get this paper ready to be folded. Then once we have it like this, I am just going to take my finger blade and notch on the ends. So basically what we're doing is we are coming close to the edge, but we're leaving about 1/8 of an inch between the chipboard and the paper as we cut in and out. So now I'll take my tape, and I am going to place tape on all 4 edges of the chipboard. You can actually glue this down if you want. If you have a good quality glue stick, you can give that a try as well. And I'm just going to get that tape nice and stuck. We'll peel away the tape backers. Then I'm going to take my tape runner and I am just going to add some tape to these ends right here. So that end and this end. So now we can stand it up. And I'm just going to fold this over, getting my initial stick, and I'll go back and burnish that stick in just a minute. And then we'll fold over this piece as well, and this piece as well. Now let's go back, burnish these foldovers to make sure that they are nice and stuck. If you have any pointies at the end here where you did the mitering, if you just stand it and then just rub them into the work surface, it helps to just make those nice and smooth. So now we have our jacket. I'm going to go ahead and just place down some tape to cover the chipboard. And I'll do the same thing over here. And then we'll make sure we have a nice stick on that. Then I'm going to bring in my liner pieces, and I am going to go along the edges of the piece that measures 5 by 12. I'm going to place tape along the outer 4 edges. Like that. And then I have already covered the back of the 5 by 5 liner piece in tape. Complete coverage on this piece with tape. So now we're going to lift up the backer pieces from the jacket as well as the inside liner. And we're going to remove the tape backers from the 5 by 5 inch piece as well. So now that I have my liner pieces ready to go, I am just going to take this. I am standing, and I'm going to place it down like that. Let's go ahead and get that stuck. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. I am just going to try to match it. And get it nice and stuck. And now we can just go back and define all of our spines. Then I'm just going to stand this up, go along the edge of the chipboard to get that nice professional squared look. And so now you should be able to take it, fold it, and fold it in like that. And now the jacket is completely done. So what I have here, I have an assortment of sticky notes, and I have gotten these from the Dollar Tree. So how you choose to do this part is completely up to you. I will be attaching mine using glue. You might not want to glue yours down, but I am going to glue mine, and the reason why is even if you want to reuse this, once you've used the last piece, you can just glue down another piece on top of that. So I know I'm going to use this 3 by 5 sticky note because this is showing the seam. So I'm just going to place that there and just sort of lay everything out. I'm going to take some of these flags and I think I'm going to place the whole sheet of flags right there. And then I think I'll take a sticky note and place it right there. And then I'm going to take some of these and place them right here. So this is how I am going to do mine. Like I said, how you do yours is completely up to you. You don't have to follow what I'm doing here at all. If you have a design that you want to go with, definitely do yours the way that suits you. So I have added some glue to the back. I am going to take this piece and I think I'm going to put it at the bottom. And when I place it down, I'm making sure that I place it down so that it is inside the score marks and it won't be hitting. So I am going to flip this over to get this stuck. Now these are already on a plastic backer, so I'm going to leave them on that backer. Take some tape, and then I'll take this piece and we're going to put it right there. And then I'll take the large 3x5, add some glue, and seriously guys, if you don't want to put glue on yours, that's okay. I am choosing to put glue on mine, but you don't have to put the glue on yours. Inevitably, I'm going to get 20 to 30 comments saying, why did you glue that? Just know that however you choose to do yours, if that works for you and that's what you want to do, then by all means do it that way. Y'all, this is really shaping up to be cute. So I am going to go ahead and open these and just see how many I want to put down. Might end up putting all of them down. Let's just see. So I'm going to take that one. No, I think I'm just going to put 2 down, because I think I'll stick a little piece of ephemera right there in the middle. So I am going to take my glue, add my glue to the back, and then I'll take this one, add some glue to this one. I'm going to stand this up to make sure I have this decent. And get that stuck. Now I'm going to flip the whole thing over, and I'm just going to go along the back to make sure that I have everything nice and stuck. And how sweet is that? So now I'm going to close it to make sure that it's going to close properly. And if it isn't, then I'll just remove a few pieces until I have the closure that I like. And I think I'm okay with that. So I am just going to take some little pieces of ephemera, and we're just going to put them down as little decorative elements. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Just some elements to fill in some of the bare spots. So I have this one that says beautiful with that bird on it. And I am just going to add some of my reptile adhesive to the back. I stand this up so that I can get that nice and straight. And y'all, I think we are done with the inside of this beautiful sticky note station. It is adorable, whether it's sitting out like this, down like this, and then when we close it, we have it like this. So we are going to go ahead and make our little belly closure for the front. So to make our closure, I am going to bring in my scoreboard, as well as the piece that measures 2 by 7. Looks like my piece is actually cut at 2 1/8, but you can use a piece that is 2 by 7. I am going to score this at 5/8, and then I'll score at 1.5. And then I'm just going to fold and burnish this. And then I've grabbed 2 magnets, and the magnet sizes that I'm working with are 8mm by 1mm. It really is up to you what size magnet you want to use on this. If you don't have any 8 by 1s, please don't go out and buy 8 by 1mm magnets. If you have 10 by 1s or 6 by 1s, those will work as well. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take that magnet and let it catch. And then I'm going to take some of my temporary adhesive, and in this case I'm going to make it permanent because I will be sealing that, but all I want to do is take this magnet, and at this point I'm going to flip it over and place it down on this because we'll be turning this upside down. So I'm going to take the magnet as it's sitting right here, I'm going to roll it to the edge, and then I'm going to flip it to the other side. And I'm going to place it right there. So when I close this and I put it down, it's going to catch. So we're going to do that on the other side as well, but I wanted to make sure that I showed you that process. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, put it down, and then I'm going to take it and bend it to get my placement. So now I can open this. I'll go to the back side, place that magnet down, and then I'm just going to measure for my placement. So all I'm doing is placing it down right there, and the start of my magnet is going to be placed at 1 3/8 of an inch. So now all I have to do is open this because I've already folded it like this. So I am going to open, and where the fold is, I'm going to place my ruler down on that fold. I am going to go over to 1 3/8 of an inch. I'm going to take this magnet, slide it off straight like this, and then I'm going to flip it. And when I place it down, I'm going to place it down close to that 1 3/8 inch point. Now I'm going to take this, and we'll see how well I did on my placement. We'll go back and glue it in a minute, but I'll place that side, and then I'll place that side. And it looks like my magnets are catching, so we're good there. So now I'm just going to take some glue, and we're going to do a permanent closure with our glue. So that is how I find the placement for my magnet when I'm doing something like this. You might have an easier technique, but this is the technique that works for me. Of course, I don't know everything, so you might have a better technique. Or you might choose to not use magnets at all. It is completely up to you whether or not you want to use those magnets. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this end, grab my scissors, and I'm just going to round it. Then I need to trim off just a little bit of this, and we'll round this as well. Just want to make sure that I have a nice stick with my glue. So now I'm going to take it, let it catch once, wrap it around, and let it catch on the other side. And there we have another sweet sticky note station. So if you wanted to do an entire belly wrap, you can. You don't even really need these because I found that these stay closed even without it. I just thought it added a nice, cute little decorative touch to it. So I am going to remove this and open this once more so that you can see our wonderful, wonderful sticky note station. Let's bring that other one back in as well, and we're going to open it. So you're able to see that we have two delightful sticky note stations. Both of them have plenty of sticky notes in them. This one we have the pointy flags, and on this one we have the rectangular flags. But either way, we have plenty of ways to stick a note. And then if you want, you can add these little partial wraps to yours, or you can leave them off. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's project, and I hope that you have found today's sticky note stations absolutely amazing and delightful. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.